you, your family, and the people you so care about that you would want to be around. Don't miss it. And that's not all we're doing. We actually have strategies in place because we believe in family bonds. So that's one of the strategies, to help us create those strong family ties. And the other one is sitting on home affairs, where 6 couples, oh my world, will be announced by the end of the show today. Volta Serene, 3 nights, just so they can go rekindle their love and build stronger marriage ties. They all will be expected to leave their children behind. Just those 6. They are the only people who can't attend the JoyFM family party in the park. But those who will be taking care of the children whilst they are away will have to be there with the children. It is a must. But this morning, we're having a very light-hearted but very important conversation. Joined by 2 of my favorite girlfriends. And we'll have that conversation right away. In just about 2 weeks, 2 weeks thereabouts, 2018 will come to a close. It went by so quickly, huh? Especially this month, November. It was like someone was chasing it. We're having a conversation that fosters thriving families. Is your family a thriving one? How are you making that happen? See, there are deadlines and targets to meet all year round. Regular appointments to catch. Clients of all sorts to deal with. You want to satisfy them, you want to thrill them, and you want to maintain them. And that requires a lot of your time. You have bills to pay. Very demanding jobs. And then you have a family to keep. By saying, a family to keep, I mean, we're talking about everything. How do you keep something? To have and to hold your families. Make sure that it is what you have always envisaged. So I'm simply asking this morning, how do you get by? How do you juggle? How do you make things happen? What do you do when you want to make time for the family? I mean, what are some of the things that you do? We all would want to learn. So that come next year, we can find ways of incorporating some of these ideas into our families. Because it is really key. How do you ensure a fine balance? Work, social life, and all the others. Some people are overwhelmed to the extent that they have to resign from their jobs. I mean, to take up probably less demanding jobs just so they can make time for the family and ensure that their families thrive. And I'd like to hear from you as well. How do you get it done? I would like to know.
LPG is a safe source of energy only when used right. Do not neglect any safety tips when using LPG. Smell and check for gas leakage before using your stove. When you smell gas, ventilate the room. Do not turn electrical switches on or off. This could spark a fire. Extinguish all naked flame and immediately call a qualified technician to service your stove. Use soapy water to check for gas leakage. When bubbles appear, you have a leak. Check your hose regularly for cracks and change hose at least once in 2 years. Always light your match before you turn on your gas cooker. Always keep your regulator off when not in use. A message from the National Petroleum Authority.
Unique Insurance is offering free breakdown towing service plus payment of minor accident claims within 2 hours. Get your comprehensive motor insurance from Unique Insurance today and enjoy breakdown towing service at no cost to you anytime, anywhere. In addition, minor accident claims will be paid within 2 hours. Call Unique Insurance now, 050-1550-383. Unique Insurance, where your needs come first. Terms and conditions apply.
Madam Atreba, the recent test shows your cholesterol level has normalized. You've stopped eating those fatty foods, eh?
Doc, in Chichorina. Oh, I've reduced it significantly.
That's very good.
Mara made change in my diet input. I now eat beans, garden eggs, okra, and the likes.
Really nice.
And when I cook with oil, I use Frito vegetable oil. It's a cholesterol-free oil and fortified with vitamin A.
Well done, Madam Atreba. Because you see, Fritol is also the only vegetable cooking oil endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association.
She, Mara Mabino, Mabin Dread. Enjoy great tasting meals with Fritol, your cholesterol-free cooking oil fortified with vitamin A and endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. Fritol, love your food, love your life. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Happy people, keep us stepping, keep us stepping, happy people, keep us stepping, keep us stepping, happy people.
And Home Affairs is brought to us by Indomie. Tastes great. Fritol, making life memorable. Royal Feast Premium Rice, taste of togetherness. And I am happy to announce to you that we have some bags of rice to give away today. Yeah. My guests are going to get some. And then 2 people also get some bags of rice. So Wilma Africa and Fritol, we're still waiting for your hampers. Indomie as well. Royal Feast Premium Rice, they have taken the lead. And to the team there, where I come from, my people will say, Akbegobo. So we're live on Facebook and on YouTube. 0302216541. Hopefully, my phone lines will be activated. And then 0244340437. What's up? I'd like to know how you get by. How do you juggle? And what do you do when you want to create those magic moments with your family? Uncle Kanashiwe, thank you very much. I got your message. So I have been joined in the studio by my girlfriends. Somebody is doing what ladies do. Not saying though. Abeku, are we live on Facebook? Can she be seen? But Alma Teria is here. Alma, get closer to the microphone.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, great. Alma is a certified HR practitioner. She gave up on that for the family. Now she runs a French club, right?
Yes, okay.
Les Petits
Zanges.
Anges.
Oui.
Little Angels, is that what it
Little
is?
Angels.
Yesterday I was telling somebody that my French is not dead.
Oui.
Then he said, David, you've eaten akpule with it. It ain't dead like that.
You are good. No, it's not.
And then also she has Prestige Kente.
Yes.
Was it March? No,
May.
when was it? May.
Yeah.
During Mother's
Day.
Day. She gave us some very beautiful kente to be given to Nanajo window. She always has pictures, right?
Yes.
Okay. Elijah, I know you're tuned in and listening. After here, I will call you. Or we will arrange and come and do a photo shoot with you. And then that one person who can actually, look me in the face and send me like anywhere. Go and get me a cup of water. Hold this for me. Go and put this in my car. She is a career mother. How she gets by and how she juggles, I don't know. She's a manager with a multinational bank. And her name is Safo Apitu Ankara. So we're having a ladies' conversation this morning. At the Sami Forcing, people's destinies lie in your hands this morning. In just a bit. All right, so let me start with you, Alma.
Yes.
Weren't you enjoying your job as an HR practitioner?
I really, really was. I was enjoying it.
And what were you hoping to get with it?
So, I always say that I was looking forward to being a very renowned thought leader in HR and, be able to touch the lives of other people. Using HR because I'm a people's person. I love people. I love to make people happy.
You're a people's bomo.
Yeah. Yeah, so, basically that was it. That was it for me. And I had so many, I'm like multi-talented as well. I love to do things with my hands, I just love to get on new things, right? So when whilst I was doing this HR thing, I was also trying to do other, starting other things, just, trying to live life, right? Making meaning out of life. And
so at what point in time did marriage come in?
So, marriage came in when I was 25.
And you were already practicing? You're working?
Yes, I was working.
All right.
I had finished school 2 years prior to marriage. So, 2 years after school,
You were busy?
I got busy. Very busy.
And then what happened?
And then, so immediately I got married.
I remember the first time we had this conversation off air. She was so passionate about it and how, because of family, sometimes you have to push some of the dreams away.
Yeah, you do. So, I was blessed, to have baby right away.
Okay.
Yes, and then so my first year. Okay, so like in the first 2 years, I had 2 children. You know, that's how quick it was.
Over speed.
I know, right? So I know.
Wow.
And so, you know, on my second anniversary, everybody's like, hey, Alma, congratulations, 2 on 2, 2 on 2. You do all. We are hoping.
Wow.
We are hoping to see 3 on 3. I'm like, no, you guys, you will have me. You know, that is how, you know, busy or how busy I got.
Wow.
Yeah. And then, I mean, alongside all of this, I was changing jobs. I was, you know, climbing the ladder like in career, and that comes with a lot of responsibility.
Exactly.
So you can just imagine, like, you know, how
Your head was spinning.
it was, you know, I don't want to go there right now because I don't want to scare anybody. But then, I mean, it was crazy. It was very crazy, and it wasn't like I just had like some calm children, 2 energetic boys, very hyper. So you know, and oh Lord, it's been a wonderful journey. But then at some point, I just told myself, no, I mean,
You couldn't do everything.
I can't do. Yeah, I'm not a superwoman after all. Yes, that's what happened.
I'm sure those decisions and, you know, those decisions come with some very deep-rooted emotions. To see yourself walking away from something you so love to do. And, I mean, how did you handle that?
So
What conversations did you have with your partner prior to all of these?
So, you know, like I was saying, I think, so I did 2 years, I got married, had 2 kids, like, successively. So that makes it 4 years, right? Like, you know, after school. And I had like all these dreams I wanted to do. Like I wanted to go back to school, have my do my masters. I even wanted to read law. You know, I wanted to do so many things. Some of them I tried, but it wasn't successful. And then, you know, all this frustration, right? And then you're at work, you have to. And at the time, I was working at Tema. We live at Lakeside Estate.
Jeez.
Yes, so then I had to travel all the way, like 2 hours into, and then, you know, carrying this pregnancy. You know, it took a toll on me. You understand? It took a toll on me. And at some point, you know, I had to give up. Even the job that I was doing at the time, I really, really, really loved it.
Oh.
But then I told myself, look, I can't continue doing this distance because even, so what happened, I mean, that was one of the reasons why I had 2 on 2 because, you know, when I had my first baby, I go to work. By the time I come, I actually leave work at 3, 4. By the time I get home, it's still like 6. And by that time, you know, baby hasn't breastfed for so long. So I think my first boy, Lolo, he stopped breastfeeding, I think, at 5 months.
Oh.
Yes, because, you know, when I started work, it was because he wasn't sucking, and I wasn't lactating anymore. And then that was it. And then baby number 2 said, let me come. And then he came. He also came, and then, you know, so I was doing all this, you know, up and down, doing all this. And he also stopped breastfeeding at 8 months. I mean, luckily for me, yeah, I tried, you know. So, yeah, even that I really tried. And so I was like, no, I got this offer, which was closer. It was at airport. So I was like, well, let me jump on this train because
You're making noise, but please don't start here anymore.
I'm like, let me just do this because I can't continue this Tema journey anymore. And I wasn't even driving at the time, so you can imagine, like, you know, sometimes you have to look for Lyft, do this, you know. So I took on this airport job. I wasn't happy at some points. I left it. And I got another offer at the time when I was like, because, you know, when you change jobs too, it comes with a lot of, you know, settling in, like, you know, onboarding and, you know, settling in. It's also a lot of task or you know, to go through a lot of, like, you know, psychologically and everything to go through. So then this other job came in, which was even closer to home, right? And that was at a dental. I was like, wow, let me just go. And then I went and I stayed there for a year. But that was where, like, you know, and that place is a very fast-paced place. And I also, like, you know, grew, like, you know, I climbed up very quickly. And I had a lot of things to juggle, you know, as a manager, a lot of responsibilities. I was overseeing people who were not so, like, you know, skilled, like, and you have to, you know, like, you know, micromanage everybody. And then you're doing this at home. You have to come and do that at home as well because, you know, and toddlers, 2 boys, like, you know, 3 and 2, and, you know, at that time, the terrible two stage, they are so high, like, they don't listen to anything. They actually tell like, all of those things. And then I realized that no, I had a help at the time. I got a lot of support from family. So with my firstborn, I had one of my cousins come live with me. And I mean, I was going through it, so I was, I was okay. But then when I changed jobs to Adenta, and then I became even relaxed because I felt like this is closer to home. But then I'll still get home like 6. That's the earliest time I get home, or like 6:30. That's the earliest time I get home. And by the time I get home, sometimes you want to do stuff for the kids. This young, 2 and 3, and then they're like, no. Let's
Mommy should do it.
No, let the nanny do it for me. Let the nanny do it for me. I'm like, hey, what is going on here?
So you felt you were taking over.
Yes.
You were taking your place.
Yes, I'm like, what's going on here? Am I in a safe place? Are these children even going to live? And that's the thing. They weren't at some point. I realized that no, these children are not like, they don't even know my voice. Like when you're speaking, they can't.
Oh my God.
They're not listening, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not. What am I doing here? Am I just trying to make some money? Like just focusing on myself, being selfish, and or am I really paying attention to the family?
Wow. I mean, that will be big.
Yeah.
That will hit you.
And so I'm like, I thought through this. I spoke with my husband for the first time. I said, baby, do you know what? This thing, I think I'm losing it right now. I'm like Adam said, the first time I had this conversation, I said, but now I think I'm calm. I'm like, I don't think there's something I'm not doing right, and I want to do right.
Correct.
And I told him I wanted to be off work, and of course he doesn't want to jeopardize my future, and that's what he always says. He says that I don't want us 20 years down the line for you to say that you haven't lived your life because of us or something. I want you to be able to do all the things that you need to do. So what is it that we need to do? I'm like, look, it's not about all the things that I need to do right now. For me, I would rather have my children, grow them up. And then, when I grow up, I don't have to spend money going to bail somebody from jail and doing all those, And that's what I've seen people do, right? It's like they give up everything, and then in the end, there's some disconnect.
Exactly.
And I'm like, that I cannot live with. That one would be the worst thing, I can go through this, but that one would be the worst. It's like, are you sure this is what you want to do? Think through it. Or at some point, he called me and was like, look, when you wake up and you're going to work, it's as if I'm forcing you to go to work. Why? And I'm like, no, it's not like that. It's just that you can't understand how I'm feeling.
Feeling like you're climbing high up there on your
career,
and then you're losing your
my
home.
family. I was telling him, sometimes you are the least on my priority. Is that okay?
Oh my word.
Is that okay? I was like, we are going through it. Like, we have to go through the moment. I'm like,
he was supportive.
He was. My husband is a very supportive, very, very supportive husband. That I give him everything. Yes, I'll give him my 10 fingers. Like, he's very, 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 he's been very supportive. So we talked through this the first time, we talked through it the second time, the third time. I had to sit him down. And to the extent that it was affecting me at work. It was like, now I wasn't effective at work. I wasn't effective at home either. That's how it was, because I go to work, and then there are certain things that haven't been that are undone at home, and I'm thinking about it. There are some times that I even have to, I've had to stay in the hospital with my son, for days, right? And where I was, fast paced, like I described, they try to relate, but for to what extent can they relate? That's the thing, especially when you're being managed by people who haven't had family before, and all of those things. It's I understand them. I don't fault them. If you haven't been there, you can't relate, and I can't fault them. You really can't understand. You
can't give what you don't have.
Exactly. It was very, very difficult. To try and please everybody at the time. And at some point too, I had to, my parents were not well at some time, so then you had to juggle all those things.
So when did you finally make the decision?
So this year in March, I went to work. There were certain things that weren't going on well, obviously, because, like I said, at the peak of it, that's when my parents-in-law when my father-in-law was not well, and then I had to take off at some point in time that they felt they needed me at work, but then I wasn't there, and I had explained to them. They had understood, but it turned out that, of course, when there are deadlines, there are deadlines.
Mm-hmm.
The figures must come. The things must, things
They
must
have to happen.
They have to happen. And I don't blame it. I'm not saying this with, bad feelings, but then that's the reality. That's the truth, right? And so when I told him that, look, this is what is going on. At this point, I really can't be here anymore. I really can't do this anymore. It's like, but I would want us to even figure out the next step. Even if you want to leave here, I'd want us to figure out the next steps before you even move out. And I'm like, well, I don't know how long I don't know how this is going to happen. But when I talked him through everything that was actually going on, he was like, look, you put in your resignation. Because some of the things I don't want to say on air.
Yeah.
But then he's like, put in your resignation and let's figure things out. And at the time, I was thinking through this French club for the kids. And I had started Prestige Kente on the side. Yeah, I was doing that a bit. And so, when I put in my resignation, the time came, I left. I just put all my effort into this.
How did you feel when eventually you put in your resignation?
I was very happy. I was content. And yes, there's one thing that I didn't say.
Wow.
And that was before. Yes,
very happy. I was content.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted to do.
Before I had the final conversation with my husband, I went to see one lady, my mentor, Auntie Sedi, and she's an HR in one of the big, government institutions, and I just had to go and see her, and it was something I had never done before. I wanted to talk to I was looking for people to talk to, and that's one of the things that you don't even get. Because everybody's just going through the mail, everybody's just going, and nobody's actually,
looking out for anyone,
and so who are you going to talk? It's like you're whining, or you want to throw a pity party or something, but that's not the case. So, and I wanted to be able to talk to somebody, not my mother, not anybody, but somebody who can be neutral, and then be able to hear me out.
Somebody who would be
objective to me and tell me if because at some point I was like, am I thinking well, or I'm not thinking, am I okay, And then I went to Auntie Sedi. I told Auntie Sedi, this is what I'm going through. She listened to me. She kept quiet. I said all the things, and then when she said, Alma, what work does your husband do? And then I told her, it's like, and can you stop your job? I'm like, hey, are you serious? I look at her, I was like, at that time, I was like, look at you, look at where you are.
And you're asking me to quit.
Is that what you did? And it's like, I had to do this too. I stopped my job for 4 years.
Oh.
I'm like, you did? It's like, yes, I did. She had a very well-paying job. She was going, to and fro, doing all the things. She said one time on one of her trips, her house help just called her. And she was fortunate that the house help called her. She's like, she's like, the children are not listening to me. Anything that they say, anything I say, they don't listen. I don't know what to do with them. I can't help them anymore. And said, at that point, she's like, no, this can't continue. What? She asked herself all these questions, and then she said she also went through the same thing. Came to tell her husband. She's like, okay, so the husband agreed, and then they went through. The husband didn't agree at first, but then they went through it. She started some things on her own. She got her masters, got her last born, and did all the things that she needed to do. She's like, look, these are the things that people don't say, and some of us who are not who are not loud and loud, people don't know that this is what we've been through to be able to keep our family. She has a very, well brought up children, a very good home.
The things people do for family.
Yes. And it's like, this is what I had to do. And even when I went back to work, I didn't take on any daunting tasks because I knew what I wanted. So she wanted to be able to take her kids to school, bring them back home, have that conversation, have that connection with them, that bond. She wanted to really create it. She was like, look, my dear, sometimes you need to forget about yourself and think about the family.
Wow. And that inspired you.
And inspired me. But along I was praying as well too. I was really, really praying about it. I was always telling God, and so when she told me that, I was like, is it the devil speaking to you? It's God.
So what, months down the lane,
yes,
you don't have regrets, right?
I don't have regrets.
Great.
Not a single bit.
We'll
Not a
come
single
back
bit.
to you.
I
I'm
miss
glad.
work though.
You do, of course, the people.
I miss the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
All right, let me come to Safa. At a point in time, schooling, working, taking care of a toddler, pregnant, everything at the same time, extended family to take care of, and everything. And you still have a job.
Yeah.
You still go through the meal.
Yeah.
How do you manage?
My story perhaps is slightly different from Alma's, but I have been very lucky to have good support from family. You know?
Okay.
My mom, she's my only parent alive. So she's been very supportive, very, very supportive. My parents-in-law also supportive, and so I try not to downplay that role in the family life. Like you said, I have deliberately told myself time and again, and I still do, that I want to be a career mother. So I need to be able to give time to both, to be that career mother I want to be.
Mothering, including your husband, right?
Exactly. And I think it's possible. It will cost you something, but I believe it's possible. Because at the end of the day, if the family is the very fiber of society, then you can give everything to work, hoping that somebody else will take care of the family. And so as a person, you have that responsibility to do both, if you choose to do both. So yes, I mean, there came that time when I had a kid. He was 2 or 3.
Thereabouts.
Yeah. And we were doing our masters, and I was pregnant. And I had a husband to take care of. At a point, he even traveled on vacation. So me and the young one and the one inside, you know,
frustrated moments.
It was a tough moment, but this is what I do. I do pray a lot, and then I take it one day at a time. My boy and I try to plan our lives
by our boy's husband.
Shout out to him, you know. So we plan.
Uncle Kojo.
Yeah. We plan our lives, and we agree on what to do. Short term, medium term, long term. So there was a time he was in school, I wasn't, and there was a time I was in school. Of course, you know, the pregnancy thing, you can't really say I'm planning to do it now, because sometimes you can also envisage what happens tomorrow. So if you can accommodate it, which I thought I could, you go for it. So that came in along the line. But all the while he was around, very supportive. You know, this one thing my boy did when he was away, he has also very good friends. So his friends were there taking care of me. Remember, sometimes I'll close school and somebody will be there down there. You know, when I was preggy, I was really preggy. And they will bring me food and drive me home and make sure I was safe. So they've been very good. And I think that when you have good friends like that, you just have to love them too. Shout out to Wab, to Dela. They are all great guys, and I love them all. Now, to work, for my job, over a decade, it's very demanding, as you very well know. You have to be on the job. You work for yourself. You work with clients. You work with your team. And you need to make sure you're delivering. For some reason, I have the drive for it. There's an inner thing in me. Irrespective of how tired I am for today, I still have the energy to go back tomorrow. I don't know how I do it, but that's me. I also love this bit where you tend to do a few things other than the core job you do. So I have interest in paying attention to other things, which is not my mainstream job. But for me as a woman coming from a home where my mom would bake everything you ate, which is called bread or biscuits or anything like that. So you want to have an interest in those things. So yes, I try to apply myself in that also.
Hey, so you bake?
Not bake, but other things. Bake is just out, but other things.
I'm going to take you on that.
No, you know I don't bake. But my mom did, but I have other things I do to, you know, just to keep the home running. Because I want to have this career and family at the same time, I always engage my boys. I've got boys here too. I engage them. We try to understand what the plan is. So I'm there when I'm supposed to be there, and they know we are together. And the youngest one is
Let
4.
me just announce that very soon, just in a few minutes, Sami Forsen and Baba Tando will be joining us in the studio. Last week, we did announce that we're going to Volta Serene Hotel, and people were supposed to, send in, like a storyboard of their journey together. If you've been married between 5 and 10 years, send us pictures. By looking at the pictures, we're able to appreciate your journey. And we got a lot of entries, some very interesting ones. They're looking at them, trying to select who the winners are and all. Yesterday, they did a good job. We had a short list. By the time they come in, they would have decided on the winners. 6 couples are going to Volta Serene next week, Friday. Yes, 3 nights, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. They're back on the 24th to come join the family for Christmas on the 25th. So they'll come in very soon, and then, we'll do the big announcements as well. And then, hopefully, we should be able to activate the phone lines. And then I have 10 kg bags of rice for... you want to go to Volta Serene?
Yes.
For you from Royal Feast as well. Safa, please go on.
So yes, that's what we try to do with the boys, and we try to be together almost all the time. We've had very difficult times.
You'll be a party in the park.
Yeah,
I always see you there. Alma, you're coming.
No.
The thing is that this year you're going to take care of the boys, so I enjoy.
Okay.
If you do, I'm there.
Oh, please. You're not coming. Don't worry. You won't have issues with help.
Thank you.
Baba will be there with her girls.
Shout out. So we've had difficult times, like I was trying to say, and we plan along the line. So there were times somebody would just be sick in school. I'm busy, he's busy. And we have to plan. So, and that's the thing I love about my boy. If we have to make time, irrespective of how tight our schedule is, he's there. So he goes to take care of the boy in the morning, and then I go to take over. He goes back to work, and we do that. So we are both under pressure, but we appreciate that this is what we have to do at this time, because the boy is not going to be sick for forever. And once we understand that we have to do this sacrifice, we do it. There's this thing, I don't know if it's only me, but as a woman, when you're going through some pain and you have somebody there to help, even if the person is not actively helping, passively, the person, it gives you some strength to go through it. That support. And I get that from my boy any day, anytime. Yes, you were talking about extended family. This year has been really tough. I've been at Kolebu for God knows how many times on how many issues, mom, sister, nephew. And you have to be going up and down. And my boy, like I said, is very supportive. So it's not been a very smooth thing. There are times you have planned on a vacation and you have to call it off because of one thing or the other. And you need to know that if you say you're going to have a family, then please be ready to have a family. So as much as possible, we take it like a project. Yes. So talking about family is not one of those things we lie in bed and talk about.
Okay.
You don't talk about your figures lying in bed. you sit at the table, strategy session, and you agree and you have a plan and you work on it. And so we don't just throw it to the air and do it casually. No, we attach every form of seriousness to it as though that is our way, because I believe that is your calling to your maker, and someday you have to account for it. And so we apply every form of seriousness.
And nobody forced you into that space for that matter.
Nobody did.
And so you will have to give it all the attention. Wow. It's interesting.
And then, one other thing I can add is, I'm also blessed with bigger cousins that have gone this road before, and often I engage them. I try to find out, how do you do this? What if I did that? And we have that conversation anytime there's a family gathering. Auntie Dora, she's been very good. And you ask them all these, and they tell you, because they've raised children who are much more my age today, and they've been through it. So I talk to such people that I believe would give me the right information. And then I think as parents, when you err or you're wrong, just admit you are and correct yourself.
Even to the children.
Yes, it helps.
Oh, these days they demand it of us. Hey, you didn't say sorry.
Oh, yes. Did you really chuckle at me?
Yeah. You didn't say sorry. Did you just say that?
My 4-year-old would come and tell me, Mommy, you didn't say sorry. You beat me. You didn't say sorry.
Yeah. They will demand it of you. So you have to learn to say it before they make you feel very bad about it. Wow. I hope these stories have been inspiring. One day I will share mine. I will share mine someday. I was hoping that we would have time for me to, I think two or 3 weeks ago, I was invited to my children's school. They have a drama club. Yeah. Is it a drama club? What do you call it? Something. And they wanted to find out how I get by also. And like Safa is saying, you will have to take it as a project. And sometimes you will have to, as much as possible, try not to be emotional about the situation.
Exactly.
Because if you attach emotions to it, you won't be able to keep your head on. So you're setting out in the morning, you have a meeting, say at 9 a.m., and then somebody wakes up and that's when they decide that they are throwing up. And everything is wrong with them. And, I get to work 10, 11, and my husband will have to leave very early. So usually by 6:30 he's gone, and he leaves before the drama begins.
So you're on your own.
Yes, you're on your own. So what do? Seriously, you have a meeting scheduled. You can't go and sit in the hospital, especially so when it is not a life-threatening situation. You have to quickly think, what do I do? So recently, what did we do? I went with my help. So we go to the hospital. And whilst we're going, you, the sick person, I'm coaching you. When you go, this is what I'll be asking you. What is wrong with you? How are you feeling? You will have to say everything. Repeat it to me. So we get there, take you to see the attendant. And I talk to them that, listen, they're coming to the hospital. A, B, C, D. Which doctor is on duty? Can I get the doctor's number? So I've built that relationship with them as well. So you get the doctor's number. And then you leave the person with the help. Now, when they get into the consulting room, you will have to try and build relationships around you. So they're told that, they've gone to the consulting room. Well, can I speak to the doctor? So whilst they're there, you're live on speaker because you will have to move. And then you're in. You're away, but you're in on everything that's happening. Okay, you know what medications that are going to be given and all that. When they finish, wherever you are, you request for Uber. Thank God for Uber. Request for Uber, make sure they're safe, they get home. Or if the person is okay and they can go back to school, they take them to school. You will have to manage all of this. Whilst you are here, you have to call home. Have you taken your medication? Is everything okay? And the worst part, I don't like receiving phone calls from home when I am at work. No. Call me only when it is an emergency. Otherwise, send a text message. when I see phone calls from home whilst I'm at work, I panic. I don't like it. I have an efficient person at home. Her name is Auntie Helen. Auntie Helen, shout out to you. Yeah. She can manage every situation in my absence. When I see a call from her, I panic. She calls you means that she's unable to handle the situation. That's what it means. So when she calls me casually, I get so upset. I'm like, don't put me through this, because I have a little crutch running at home. That one is also there. Hey, somebody's child sick. That you can't handle, so why did you call me? It's an interesting situation, but I enjoy being able to manage it, especially so when someone is not well and my husband is home and he has to call and go like, Adam, Charlie, somebody know the feel well. What make we do? And you have to take care of that situation. It's a very interesting one, even in absentia. And then, okay, you're given instructions, do this, okay, do that. And then he takes the lead, and then you probably follow when you have the time and all that. But I think one thing that is very important is it gets to a point where you will have to try as much as possible not to be too emotional about the situation. If you are, you can't manage. Yeah, you can't manage. Can I have my judges in the studio? Safa, you want to say something?
It's one of the everyday things, I also believe that we shouldn't plan our lives for only us. I think our parents did a good job in planning for us also, our schooling and other things. So I recall the time we had to take my eldest boy for learning class, the reading club at Lincoln. And we moved all the way from Dansoma to Jolu and back, and it's just for it's a 2-hour class, and I don't even know what that boy goes to do. But fast forwarding, after 2-3 years, I'm impressed with what he has become. Oh wow! And it's because you had to invest that time to get him to learn how to read at such an early age. So it's not easy, but we have to apply ourselves.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so you're going to be helping from now. I hope that the conversation has been very insightful and impactful as well. If you're home and you're wondering what to do, then Alma at a point had to say that, okay, let me put it on hold for a while. I put work on hold for 7 years, before getting back to it. Sometimes it becomes necessary you do that and not be selfish. Maybe you might want to go back sometime when they're old and all that. So, things we do for family. And then try to make time to have some fun. That's how come we're asking all of you to suspend everything you have to do. Don't go and spend any extra money trying to throw Christmas parties. Just come. Legon Botanical Gardens. Damage 25 cities. 6 families. Like 6 individuals in your family. Come with everybody and then come and party. The children won't ask you for any other party, and I don't know why anybody would want to throw this opportunity away anyway. Okay. Bye-bye, Sammy Forsen. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, Baba. You didn't finish sleeping. God will bless you for me, okay? Sammy, you want to sit with her?
Why
No,
not?
no, mobile.
We are a couple.
So what? So what's happening? People's your hands. Who is going where?
This one
Where's that other paper? Where's the big one?
I think that one is with
Okay, so Sammy, first and foremost, what were we looking out for? The instructions were pretty clear, right?
Well, we had to filter the PowerPoint presentations that
Really?
came through.
From the storyboard.
Really?
Yes, from the storyboard, and we came up with.
So how many names now? 6.
Yes.
But first, I think those who did not make it deserve to know why they didn't make it. Yeah. So first, it was that you put 20 pictures together in a 2-minute slide to tell the story of your marriage between 5 and 10 years. It was as simple as that, 2 minutes. And of course, we saw people doing 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We saw people doing
3 minutes.
Thing is 2 minutes. If they say 2 minutes, don't do 2 minutes and 1 second. It is you have failed.
Some of them
That's
added
it.
their invitation
You
card.
have just said 2 minutes is too. You see, understanding the question is part of the examination. So 2 minutes, people were doing 2:20, 2:30, 2:10. No, so those ones. I'm sorry, and please, those of you who are doing pictures, doing things like obituary, what is that?
Oh, Baba,
No,
nice.
I mean, no. You see, just tell a story with 20 pictures.
See, not everybody is savvy with these things, so you have to understand.
No, you see, that's even the point. You are not savvy. Go straight to the point. You put a picture and put you put graphics around it, like they are doing some funeral. They are doing some funeral announcements in graphics and pictures and things. That was not what we're looking for. We're looking for
the first question was, "Hey, why are they dead?" I'm like,
yeah.
they were trying to be creative.
This one creative. Hey, then
I know.
Okay, so I mean, we're looking for simple but interesting and easy to understand. The best of them, the best 20, the best slides that we could see. So
So
after painfully going through nightmares, these were the names we came up with.
Yes. And I think most of them as well were able to tell the story from when they met, started dating, they started, hanging out together.
No, some of the slides.
Their
We're going to
families
upload
approved.
them.
So it's actually a story. So when you watch it,
we will.
When you watch it, you understand exactly how far they have come. That's what we're looking for. But
Some
some of you are
people,
starting
the
from
pregnancy bit.
Yeah.
First baby in hospital. Some of the stories. You get to see them.
Yeah.
You get to see them.
Those
Some
are
are
the
really.
things. I mean,
Yeah.
things that will give you nostalgia, things that would motivate people to want to go and try it or to want to go and take that step.
You look at some of them and you can actually tell the kind of couple they are.
Yeah.
I mean, you could tell that some of the people then just
They are silly.
and it's nice,
Yeah, but silly in a nice way. That's what I
Yes.
Hey, Baba.
Do you want
Sammy
me to say your
Forsen
own?
did some more.
Do you want me to say your own?
Oh,
Can we sing his entry?
Hey.
Disqualified.
Can we see his entry?
Do you want me to say your own?
I can't falsify my marriage
Then
certificate. If I'm my own way, I'll do that.
So let's get the names and see if we can call them.
Okay. I think the first.
Should we call them Mr. and Mrs. Edu, or we should say
Yeah,
Mr.
just
Edu?
yeah,
Mr. and Mrs. Edu.
Okay, hang on. So what, Mr. and Mrs. Edu? They're going.
Yeah, they are going.
Their story was nice.
At this point, once you hear your name, it means you are automatically on the bus.
A voter serene candidate.
Okay.
Yes.
So what? Abeku, you have Did they give you a list? They gave you a list. Okay, all right. So you're trying to call them. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And this is the part where if you don't pick up your phone,
you are gone. You are gone. I will replace you.
Oh, please, it's early morning. What is that?
Oh.
But anyway, yesterday there were about, the short list we had. I think I called everybody to tell them to be on standby. About 20 or so. Everybody was called. So hopefully they are all tuned in and listening. But how you finally decided on the 6th?
It was a very painful process.
We have somebody on the line, eh? Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Are you Mr. Edu or Mrs. Edu?
I'm Mrs. Edu.
Congrats. All right, so congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Where's your husband? Where is Mr. Edu?
Mr. Edu. Mr. Edu is around.
Hey.
You see, that's how they refer to us. So he's around.
Who sent in the slideshow? You or your husband?
My husband did it.
Your husband did it.
Give him all the accolades.
And you are the one receiving the phone call.
My input, and then we did it together.
All right.
Wonderful.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So next time we ask you people to do something, believe it. I announced this only last week Saturday.
Oh, who didn't believe it?
You did.
Yeah.
Wow.
So believe it. 3 nights of pure
Yes,
bliss.
believe it.
What are you doing with the children?
Honeymoon.
Hey! Oh, yes. And you will love Voter Serene. What are you doing with the children, though?
My nanny and then my mother-in-law.
They have already made plans. They're good.
All right, Mrs. Edu, congratulations to
Thank you so much.
I will call you, and then I think when we're done with everybody, we'll put together a WhatsApp group, and then put all the instructions there. But you should get your bags ready for Friday.
All right.
On conditions that you are buying. Hang on, there's a last condition. That's not coming from Sami and Baba, from me. You will have to get your tickets for Party in the Park for those who are taking care of the children.
Okay, that's taken care of.
I will inspect that ticket.
It's taken care of.
All right, sure. Congrats and all the best. So what's the next name? You gave the list to Abeku. He's even calling the people.
Okay, so I think the next couple will be Mr. and Mrs.
Ado.
Okay.
I don't know whether they're related to the person.
Oh no, please,
Abeku, please don't call anybody again. Wait and let's announce them. Why did you give him the list so early?
Well, we have to prep
Okay, Mr. and Mrs. Ako Ado. Who is on the line? Mrs. or Mr.? Hello? Abeku, are you sure they're on the line? Yeah, now calling them.
Okay.
So all the signals.
All right. Then can we move on to the next couple?
Okay, yeah, I think we should.
So then, Mr. and Mrs. Afakwa or Afankwa?
I think it's Afankwa.
Afankwa, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So far we have Mr. and Mrs. Edu,
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and Mrs. Akwado,
and then Mr. and Mrs. Afankwa.
All right.
And then we have Mr. and Mrs. Boham.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Boham. Okay, I see the number. I bet could you have somebody on the line? Hey, you won't go. Alma wants to go. Safa wants to go.
Oh, we can do elimination by rough tactics. Don't trust us. If they don't pick up, you will go.
Thank you.
We'll put you
I
there.
love you, Baba. Baba, who this by?
No, it's because she wants to go. That's why.
Me myself, I want to do elimination by rough tactics and put myself there. Anyway, so and then there's a couple called Mr. and Mrs. Bambio, and finally we also settled on Mr. and Mrs. Dakwa. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Dakwa. Yesterday, I remember when I called. Then I noticed that. Okay, let me not tell this story here. This lady drilled me on the phone yesterday. It
wasn't.
But you know, these
are you
days
calling to say I have one? I said, please no. Then we realized that they're regular with JoyFM, and I'm like, oh, but you people, I didn't know that you're part of the family. Says I have denied that family. They're denying the JoyFM family for the sake of the trip. After they can come back and build a family bond with us. But congratulations to all of you. Mr. and Mrs. Edu, Mr. and Mrs. Ako-Ado, right?
Yes.
Mr. and Mrs. Afankwa, Mr. and Mrs. Boham, Bambiu, and
Dakwa.
Mr. and Mrs. Dakwa. Congratulations. And we're in for, who do we have on the line? Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Hina.
This is Christian Boham Ingra.
Oh, okay. Hey, hi. Were you fasting yesterday? Just trying to briefly remember some of the conversation. You broke the fast with jollof and goat meat. Okay.
Fasting yesterday.
Baba and Sammy Forsen decided that your slideshow was beautiful. And
Great,
so,
thank you very much.
yes, so you are on your way to Voter Serene with us.
Whoa.
Yes.
Great. That's good to know. That's good to know. Thank
Where's
you so
your
much.
wife?
Thank you so much. You wouldn't believe it. Somebody decided to have high temperature over the night, so we're just on our way to hospital.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, okay.
So the person also so we get going.
Okay, let's let you ride along now. We're praying that somebody gets well real quick before Friday.
Real quick.
Yes. All right. Take care and thank you.
They have to come
Congratulations.
to party in the park though. The kids.
It's
have to.
important. Yes. The baby is getting well.
Grandma and a senior cousin is around,
So they are coming for party in the park.
Absolutely.
Whilst you go and chill. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Who do I have here?
My family are denied. Hello.
Charlie, it's been there.
Mrs. Dakwa.
Pardon?
Is that Mrs. Dakwa?
Yes, it is.
Hey, is that Mami Way? Everybody will recognize you.
The energy alone.
I tell you. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Ish. Baba is having decided that you're part of the winners. So congrats, yeah? But even when we come back, JoyFM is denying you people too.
Oh, as I said, after we'll take you up again.
Hey, Charlie.
All right, so congrats to you. But ensure that whoever is taking care of the children whilst you're away are attending party in the park.
Yes,
Only
yes,
on
yes,
that
I'm doing
condition. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right, sure. Congrats. I am asking you this morning, are you quality conscious when it comes to selecting a rice brand? Are you a homemaker who puts family first and still appreciates happy gatherings around mouth-watering dishes? Then you need to meet Royal Feast Premium Rice. Healthy, perfectly golden, long-grained rice that now comes in an attractive new pack. Royal Feast rice comes out beautifully, one grain at a time, white, bursting with exciting taste that brings people together. Any rice can fill your stomach. Royal Feast rice excites your senses. Taste, appearance, aroma, and texture. And it adds spark to every gathering. Royal Feast Premium Rice. Taste of togetherness. Abeku, let's activate the phone lines. I need to give two people 2 bags of rice. Then in between, you can try and make the phone calls as well. The names have been put out there. Royal Feast, thank you very much. Safwa and Alma are going home with
Thank you, Royal Feast.
some bags of rice as well.
We woke up early. My wife literally woke me up.
I will give you some.
And my car left me on the road.
I will give
Because
you some.
No, you have to get me a mechanic.
Oh, the moment. Hey, Mama, the way I dread encountering you.
Oh no, but
The way
say
you-
thanks to Sammy Frosted, he's just giving me one sweet mechanic.
The mechanic is sweet.
But you are paying for it.
But the
Who's paying for
mechanic
it?
too, he eats rice.
Royal Feast rice.
Oh no. Who do I have on the line? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, my sister and my everything.
Who is this?
This is Andrew Harding.
Oh, Andrew. Good morning. How are you?
I am fine.
Great. What's up with you?
Well, actually, I'm okay. You know, your programs and your everything makes me happy, so I always listen.
Okay, great. I
You know,
love
I'm
the
very-
energy.
So anytime I listen to Joy, not today.
So, Royal Feast for you, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Yes, when are you coming for it? It's ready, like I have them now.
Yeah, but when I cook, you will come and taste too.
No, bring it to me. What is that?
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. So come by. You can come for it today.
Wajimune finished. That's all that matters.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you? Who am I speaking with?
My name is Osue Japan.
Osue Japan.
Yeah.
Hey, I can hear the children in the background.
Come again?
I can hear the children in the background. Oh, where are you?
Your line is very thin.
Okay, all right. I'm sorry about that. But then just for getting through to me this morning, I'm giving you bags of Royal Feast rice. Is that okay?
Thank you very much.
Okay, you heard that one. On that, my line was not faint.
Come with my ID card.
Oh, don't come with ID card. Come with yourself and just come and pick it right now.
No problem.
All right, congratulations. Abeku, I'm done with the rice. The rest is for next week. No, if you pick another one, I don't have rice for them.
What do you feel?
Okay, let me talk to the person. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Adam.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. Who am I speaking with?
This is Nana Kwesi.
Okay, Nana Kwesi.
Your class prophet last year for Peduasi Lodge.
Ah! How are you?
I'm doing good.
And how is Madam?
She's fine.
We thank God. What's
This
up?
year we didn't put in an entry.
Oh no, even if you did, I would have disqualified you. Everybody who has had a free trip on Home Affairs, you don't stand a second chance. Once in a lifetime. That's it.
I see.
Yes. I mean, subsequently, we can work out very good discounts for you, but you won't get it twice. There are lots of people, so when you
Of
get
course,
it, forget
of
about
course.
it
It's very
for life.
Good we all do that so that other people who experience.
Which injection do we take once for
couple.
life? No. There are lots of injections like that. You take it once in a lifetime. That's it. For you.
I understand.
Okay, but I mean, Abeku says that I should give you bags of Royal Feast so you can come for it anytime.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed weekend.
You too. An Indomie instant noodle, tastes great. Indomie instant noodle is a complete, wholesome and delicious meal. It is full of essential nutrients and is rich in calcium, proteins, carbohydrates and vitamins. So have it anytime, anywhere. Also, you can add your personal touch to your favorite Indomie meal by adding your choice of ingredients like vegetables, eggs, fish, chicken, meat, and prepare Indomie the way you love it. So go love it your way. For tasty Indomie recipes and other details, check out Indomie Ghana page on Facebook and Instagram. Indomie, tastes great. Wilma Africa, still waiting for your hampers. Someone sent me a message. Says, Adam, I have always listened to Home Affairs every morning and contributed, but I haven't won any hamper ever. I want to celebrate my wife with a hamper from you. She's due to deliver our first baby girl next week. Ow. And this month too happened to be my birthday. Please, Adam, this will be the best birthday gift I can get for myself, my new baby empress, and my sweet wife. Thanks, JoyFM. Baba, what can we do for this person?
This just gets to Adam like that.
Newborn baby and what else?
His birthday and
His
celebrating
birthday.
his wife. Me, you, and Sammy. What can we do for this person? Saying, don't say anything.
We are supporting artists.
Don't say anything if you don't have anything proper
No, we
to
are
say.
supporting artists, so we can support you to do what you want to do in spirit. Sami, what should she do so that we support her?
You are backing vocalist.
Yeah.
So what you say will follow.
Me, then we'll follow.
Don't worry, definitely I'll get you something. I will surely.
But does he have older kids? I can buy for them party in the park tickets. Yeah.
I think this is his first.
All right, so I'll want to sponsor his first party in the park then.
But we are not doing the baby edition.
Oh, they should come and they should come and prep for the subsequent editions.
Frital vegetable cooking oil is produced by Wilma Africa Limited. It is made from the finest palm fruits around the world, including plantations in Ghana. And due to its plant heritage, Frital is cholesterol-free oil. It is further fortified with vitamin A, which is good for you. Your favorite Frital is the only cooking oil in Ghana endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. When it comes to cooking oil, you can never go wrong with Frital. Frital, making life memorable. So Frital and Indomie, calling on you to bring the hampers and the boxes of Indomie to be given to my listeners fact, you have to deliver. Okay, we're trying to reach Divine from the Volta Serene Hotel. But before then, let me just take your final words and then we can touch that. Divine is on the line. Okay, quickly.
Okay, so I would like to say that
30 seconds.
Yes. Le Petits Anges, which is the French club that I formed, is actually like, a support for, busy parents. Right, so on Saturdays we run this French club where you come with your kids, we take them through activities, like we speak French to them, and then by God's grace, they're actually picking the French. And so come Saturday we also have a Christmas show where we just want to show what we've been doing. We are going to act La Nativité as Nativity, and then we are going to dance and do all the things like in French, but of course you hear some English. But we want anybody that will come there. It's happening at the Babiness at University of Ghana, not so I'm far from Botanical Garden, so people can pass there on their way to party in the park and then just have a feel.
Do yours at dawn.
No. We are having the whole day, so you just go ahead there.
When?
On Saturday, 22nd.
Adam,
She doesn't know that. She doesn't know. She doesn't know the date has already been taken.
Adam.
But it's fine. They're speaking French, Baba.
No,
they're
don't do that.
Don't buy Baba.
My kids will come and speak French, but we must shout your people to the botanical garden.
Come and do everything.
Don't worry. Have your events.
Yes.
We'll come and put a bus there.
When they come, they'll love the French so much that they'll stay.
We'll bus them to the party.
So if you want to come, just 024117454. You can just give us a ring. We'll help you out.
All right.
Get in there. Yes.
But I love the French.
Yes. It's lovely.
Hi, Divine. Divine, good morning.
Good morning, Adam.
How are you?
I'm okay. Yourself?
Are you getting ready for us?
Sure.
Okay, we have our 6 couples.
Wow.
And they're all ready. What is Volta Serene doing for us?
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to all the winners. I want them to know that they should expect nothing but the best, a more relaxing environment, a very serene environment for them to have their kind of second honeymoon, I guess. So they should prepare for the best from us, and we are also prepared for them, providing them all the entertainment that they can think of, the couples dinner night, the carols night, the live pianist and saxophone.
And the carols night is open to everybody. They're having harmonious chorale. To entertain
us. We are having harmonious chorale.
Open
so
to
those who are in-house
are
entitled to.
Divine, I want you to put the number of Volta Serene out there. Those who didn't win but would still like to join us, they can call for enquiry. So the number quickly.
Guests.
Yes.
Yeah, so you can, if you want to participate in our Christmas package, we have the family and couple package for 2 nights and 3 nights. So you can call us on 020-50-38-763.
All right.
To make your booking.
All right.
So
sure.
The winners, once again, I say congratulations.
Thank you very much, Divine. We will see you on Friday. And quickly from you, Saf, your final words, and then we're out of here.
I just want to say thank you and I love you to my boy Kweja Pietu Ankara. I want to say hello to his friends, Dela and Wabenzi. They've been very good. And I want to say hello to my mom, Mrs. Asante, my family, and my friends at my workplace. They are the SOE. They know themselves. I want to say shout out to them.
And your in-laws as well.
Yes, my in-laws. I love them to bits.
I did that one for you.
Thank you.
So thank you all very much for tuning in. We've had a very hearty show this morning. Party in the Park next week Saturday, 22nd December. 25 cities, a family of 6. See you all there. And thank you. My name is Adam Knight. Thank you, Abeku, for all the support. Thank you, Dennis, Baba, and Sami Forsin. Thank you this morning. Safo Apietu Ankara, and then Al Materia. Thank you for sharing your stories with us this morning.
Thank you.
We're out
Merry
of here.
Christmas.
The Weekend City Show is next.